Hey yo, what is going on guys? Cash and Clean here, and for today's video I just wanted to talk about the next best potion that you can get from this bench over here. I have mentioned in a previous video that there was a flask one. This one is still pretty good, but if you're gonna do the depths delve, so more like the end game type of stuff, I'll go over these delves in just a second because it is an underwater delve. So if you've never been a part of that before, you're underwater, you move super slowly and you fall forever. Like it takes you super long to just go straight down, so doing these delves is very slow. And since that's the case, we now have a potion over here called Augment Buoyancy. So this potion over here makes it so that you can fall a lot faster. So in order to even get this potion, I'll showcase what it does in just a second, but to even get this potion, what you want to do is go over here to the hub, to this fishing area, go over here to this bench and craft yourself this over here, this mushroom. When you craft this, it'll go straight into your inventory. Keep it there and then go into a depths delve. So the tricky thing about this is that it's going to start you at 170. So if you're confident on soloing it, then go for it, because you have to get to depth 172 if you start at 170. Basically, just get to the shadowy vault. That's the main thing. You'll most likely find a group on Mondays because you have a bonus for the soul of the depths. And as you fight your way through the delve, make it all the way to the shadowy vault to go to the fish NPC. Now, before you interact with the fish NPC, what you want to do is equip that mushroom thing that I was talking about earlier. And then once you do that, once it's in your auto use spot, go into the fish NPC and craft that buff for the Augment Buoyancy. And for whatever reason, this might not work on the first try, just like a little Trove bug. So maybe you can keep an alt account there for you just in case you want to go back. Anyway, once you craft the buff, make it all the way back to the hub, go back to the fishing area, go to this bench over here. And then there's going to be a recipe over here that you can craft. And once you're able to craft that recipe, just make sure you go over here to your claims, just have it there and then go back to the bench. And then it'll show up there. Because if you were to just craft the recipe there, it's not going to show up in your potions. You have to actually exit out, go into your claims, and then go back to it. And like I said, if you still don't see it there, then you're going to have to redo that whole process, because sometimes, you know, Trove is just Trove, it's just doing this thing. It's not a perfect game, but that's basically how you get that buff. And the annoying thing about that buff is that it costs the soul to depth. So if you're deciding on whether to craft the buff or the potion, because you can have both, which is pretty handy, because what you could do is you can pair the flask capacity potion and then go over here to the flask buff over here. So you can just have extra flasks, which means you can do more damage. If you're just casually farming, then it won't really apply to you, but this is just more for the endgame players doing D15-5 farms or doing the depths delves or the kraken delves or whatever the case may be, even purple runs for that matter. But if we go over here to the potion, this one doesn't cost a soul to depth, it costs depths core. All of these stuff are tradable, apart from the Kraken Shell fragments. I do have a video talking about how to get those. I highly recommend crafting the potion if you're just going to do those delves. If you're not doing those delves, you can go ahead and craft the flask capacity, because you can only have one of those equipped. And along with the potion, you can do the buff. You could just technically go for the flask buff over here. Now that we got that out of the way, let me craft this potion and let me show you guys what this actually does. So I'll go ahead and craft it. I'll go through my 3 depths core there, and I'll go ahead and open up a portal for you guys. So if you ever have been in these delves, you'll know what this is exactly here. This is where you take ages just to fall down, and it is just a nightmare to deal with, as you can see. So that's like the before. I'll do a little after. So over here in your inventory, we can just ignore that. We go here and activate that. So now let's check this out. If we go down, as you can see, we fall straight down. Now that was really fast. So you can go through these delves really quickly. So it's not like a massive speed boost or anything, but you do fall a lot quicker, which makes it a lot easier to actually go through these delves a little bit better, more efficiently. So just something I wanted to show you guys. I think it's really cool. So if you do want to try that out, go for it. But there's also a little trick for doing these as well if you're trying to go up. So I'm not sure if it's involved with the potion or not, but basically we can actually use the Cosmic Dragon now. We can use the Cosmic Dragon to get some pretty big height here. I should have probably tried it without the potion first. Maybe somebody can confirm it in the comments down below for me. I'm pretty sure you need the potion, but I actually haven't tried without the potion. And those of you guys that don't have the Cosmic Dragon, don't worry, you can actually use the Bomb Royale mount over here, the Volatile Bounder. So what you do with this one is have the mount active and then use your primary fire. And the cool thing about it is that it just brings you right over here to the edge. So it's like perfect height. I'll do another demonstration. So just use your primary fire and it'll take you straight to the top here perfectly, like without overshooting it or anything like that. So yeah, overall, super nice. The only downside about this is that it's really difficult to jump, but if you have this mount or if you have the Cosmic Dragon, it's going to make it a little bit better. So you can actually gain that height right there. Yeah, just a cool little potion effect that I wanted to show you guys. You can either craft the potion or the buff. I recommend the potion, and if you're not going to do these delves or if you have no use for them, then just go for the flask one or just whatever one that you want to go for. I recommend the flask though. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or if you find yourself coming back. And like always, thank you all so much for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing, and I will talk to you all later.